Oh, that was an epic respec and sort. So now we're going to catch up with all the companions, go through their chat dialogues. How did you end up with the contraption in your chest?
The year, 10 air. The place, sleepy little town called Baldur's Gate. Our hero, Karlak, a knock-kneed delinquent from the outer city with everything to give and nothing to lose. I was a kid looking for a way to fill my days and make some cash when I fell into the wrong crowd. Worked for a guy I respected. A lot. Turns out the feeling wasn't mutual. Through the jigs and the reels, he made a deal with Zariel behind my back. You know Zariel, right? Archdevil of Avernus. She put this thing in my chest and set me to work. Well, to war. I learned quick how to stay alive. And the engine served me when it came to killing devils. 10 years of that. The stories I could tell.
You mentioned a boss who gave you up to Zariel. Who was it?
Guy named Gortash. Politician. Inventor. One of these wheeler-dealer types who seems to have a finger in every pie. I guess I was naive to think everything he got up to was above board. What did I know? I saw a job. A good job. With people I liked. Doing work I was good at. Sometimes I'm jealous of that girl. Ugh, to feel so invincible again.
Sounds like we all need to do is fix your engine. Wow, I read that completely wrong. Sorry about that. It sounds like all we need to do to fix your engine is to find some infernal iron. That sentence needs some commas.
Let's hope Damon is as good as he seems. Once my engine's handled, I can focus on more important matters. Tadpoles, cults, frosty pints.
What does that infernal engine do to you?
Gives me energy. Power. But you've seen it in action. Very hard to control. If I'm excited at all, angry, nervous, delighted, enticed, I burn hot. Hot enough to burn anyone who gets close.
You must be pent up.
I try not to think about it. I still think about it constantly, but, you know, I try. One of these days, I'll sort the whole infernal affair out, get myself cooled off, start making up for lost time. But not today.
Talk to Karlak again. In your expert opinion, what's the best way to kill a devil?
Depends on the type. Ice devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces. Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about?
I do like them. This isn't where I thought I'd end up. How about you?
Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the blade of frontiers on my tail. But what about you?
I'd be in the middle of another adventure. Blessed we flee of any tadpole.
I can picture you getting mixed up in some outrageous shit. Giants, beholders, Thayans, the works. Maybe once we've wrapped up the current shenanigans, we'll rest a bit and find some new heap of troubles to throw ourselves at.
And that's Karlak up to date. And catch up with Shadowheart. Just do a quick save just in case. Don't want to go through all that lot again.
Something the matter?
That artifact seems to be protecting us somehow. Do you still have it?
Quite the understatement, but yes, I have it. And I'll guard it with my life.
Curious that you just happen to have an item that can protect us. How did you come by it?
I was part of a group sent by my cloister. We were to take the artifact from the Githyanki and bring it to Baldur's Gate, no matter the cost. Though it turned out the cost was very steep. I was the only one of the group to survive. I took the artifact and fled, only to be ensnared by mind flayers before I could finish the mission. That's all I know. That's all I need to know.
How can you go to all this trouble and not understand why?
I told you already. I surrendered my memories for the sake of the mission. Shah's secrets must be protected. Duty demands it. Once I fulfill my mission, I can have my memories restored.
Blind duty? Hold on, that's not the right one. Yeah. Admiral Conviction, though I think I'd prefer to know what I was getting into myself.
That's not a luxury open to many people, us included. I have my faith to turn to instead. You should find something of your own.
Let the matter drop. The reason why I stumble over some of these dialogues is because when I'm not recording and I'm playing by myself, I speed through these and rely on my subconscious memory, muscle memory, to pick the right answers. None of this is written down anywhere because a lot of these answers are personal preference. What we're trying to do is go through all of the dialogue and maintain a high approval rating with the characters. Why were you in pain before?
The wound on my hand. It never quite heals. And sometimes it causes terrible pain to rip through me. It's my burden, though, from Lady Shah. I can feel her influence somehow.
So you knew more than you were letting on before. I hope you'll be more honest in the future.
I'll try my best. But secrecy is ingrained in me. Lady Shah considers it greater protection than any shield or armor.
Why would Shah subject you to such a thing?
I cannot say. Not with what I can recall. But even then, it would not be for me to question her will. Lady Shah has her reasons.
What causes it to hurt you?
It's difficult to say. Sometimes I wonder if it's supposed to be guiding me, punishing me, testing me. But perhaps it's none of those. Perhaps it's completely random. I'd like to hope there's more to it than that. Some meaning that Lady Shah will reveal to me when the time is right. Until then, all I can do is endure.
How can you manage living with such a thing?
It's less difficult than you might imagine, when you can't remember life without it. Pain is sacred to followers of Lady Shah. Pain will give way to loss and then to the peace of her eternal darkness. You can tolerate a great deal of suffering so long as it has meaning.
Turn to other matters. I would like to talk about your Shah worship.
I'm sure you do. But please try to understand that it's not something I can just talk about freely.
Persuasion. I have no problems with Shah worshippers, if that's what concerns you. Target number 5, we've got +7 because of our respec, so no bonuses required. If you roll a 1, it's an automatic failure anyway, so...
Very well. Perhaps there's potential in you. Let's see how you handle this. I am indeed a disciple of Shah, Mistress of the Night and Lady of Loss. I assume you've heard of her?
Remind me.
My Lady Shah is the Night Singer, the patron of darkness and loss.
Fascinating. Please, continue.
Most fear the dark, like children.
Because in darkness they see their fears reflected. But Shah teaches us to step beyond fear, beyond loss. In darkness, we do not hide. We act. Pain, hope, the promise of better days. All of these are heavy cloaks that bend our backs and burden our hearts. We shed those cloaks. Before Shah, we stand gloriously naked, beyond the vanities of mortals.
When you put it like that, it sounds strangely comforting.
There's comfort, yes. But often there has to be pain beforehand. We tear down the lies the world is drunk on. The institutions they trust, the so-called gods they worship, the lives they cling to. We destroy false idols, topple corrupt organizations, fight heretics wherever they're found. There's often suffering, death even. Many people break before they embrace Shah's truths.
I'd be lying if I said it didn't sound convincing. You should tell me more sometime.
You're wiser than most. Many people balk at our doctrine. It's the reason why we cherish secrecy. You've a habit of saying all the right things. Either you're very glib or we're kindred spirits. Maybe both, knowing myself. But yes, once we've saved ourselves, we can talk more on this.
Turn to other matters. I want to know more about you, Shadowheart.
You already know my biggest secrets. What more can you ask?
Tell me something about yourself besides Shah, besides tadpoles.
What? Besides my life's calling and the greatest problem I've ever faced? Well, I like night orchids and can't swim. Is that the sort of thing you meant?
You'll have to point out night orchids to me if we ever pass them.
It's a deal.
Anything else you'd care to share?
No, I can't. Quite literally, I mean. With my memories suppressed, I can't betray Shah's secrets. But I can't remember much of myself either. If I manage to return to Baldur's Gate and fulfill Shah's mission, then my memories will be restored.
You've had your memories suppressed? That seems, extreme.
Of course. It is an act of faith, not to be undertaken lightly. Shah will reward me when I succeed.
And leave. The other one about what do you think about all this happened to us, that's there for the entire game. It doesn't matter how many times you click on it, it doesn't go away. Let's talk to Asti now. Astarion.
To think, Gales had this devastating all within himself the entire time, and only just mentioned it. Who'd keep a secret like that from his friends? You can't trust anyone these days.
Tell me about yourself.
What's to tell? I was sired by a vampire named Cazador. Everything before that is so long ago it's ancient history. And everything that came after, well, I'd rather not reflect on it.
You must remember your life before that.
I was a magistrate, working to keep the peace in Baldur's Gate, imprisoning troublemakers, that kind of thing. I can't remember much, truth be told. Centuries of torment will do that to you.
How were you turned?
I was attacked. A gang of vagrants, a tribe of wandering Gur, took issue with a ruling I'd made. They beat me to death's door when Cazador appeared. He chased them off and offered to save me, to give me eternal life. Given that my choices were eternal life or bleed to death on the street, I took him up on the offer. It was only afterwards I realized just how long eternity could be.
Tell me about your history.
Why do you insist on exhuming the past? I was a slave. A vampire spawn. Kept by the Tsar family. Perhaps I still am. I was never able to resist their commands. But now, I've been conveniently lost. They won't ever control me again.
How does someone become a vampire exactly?
It's simple. Just find a vampire that will drink your blood and turn you into a vampire spawn. Their obedient puppet. In theory, the next step is to drink their blood. Once you've done that, you're free and a true vampire.
In theory?
People think the biggest threat to a vampire is a cleric with a stake. It's not. The biggest threat to a vampire is another vampire. They're scheming, paranoid, power-hungry beasts. So why would any vampire give up control over a spawn to create a competitor? Trust me, it doesn't happen.
So about you biting me.
I've already apologized. What more do you want? Unless you're looking for another nibble.
Maybe later?
Maybe. But there won't be any more midnight surprises. I can promise you that.
Leave. And we quick save. The reason we continue down the line of Astarion biting us every long rest is one, there's no disadvantage. We have the lesser restoration amulet, so that can be just easily cured. And secondly, it gives him a buff, and then third and final, it keeps his approval rating higher. You don't get any on-screen notification, but his approval stays high, and a lot of decisions we make during this game makes him disapprove because of his outlook on life. So now we talk to Lae'zel.
Speak.
Are you sure crash is our only path to a cure?
Entirely. I was as devoted to my studies as I was to my training. Each creche contains a Zaith'isk purification device. So I learned from the writings in the Kalir Library. The library was the gift from Vlaakith herself, that we may gain total understanding.
That kind of wisdom is very valuable.
Countless scholars roam the astral sea and beyond, observing the ways of our lessers, exploring planes so distant order turns to chaos and cold fires rage. The planes are ever quaking, and their peoples ever shifting. The Githyanki possess an eternity of knowledge. Yet we still collect more. Infinities upon infinities.
Oh, you look so unusual. Githyanki are rare in these parts.
I expect I am your first.
I've no Githyanki, but I've never met one.
Of course you haven't. They would have cut you from navel to neck. You are no less alien to me than I am to you. I know of your kind, but I do not often encounter them. That large, fleshy nose of yours looks like a mistake.
Come on now, it isn't that large.
Decadent then, lacking in economy, like so much of this world and its undisciplined people.
Do you know much about mind flares?
I understand much beyond your comprehension. More to the point, I know the cure for our condition. It is imperative we locate a creche. You do well to observe more and question less.
Do you know what happens if we don't find a cure?
Yes, in great detail. It starts with a fever and memory loss. Then you start to hallucinate. Your hair falls out, and you bleed from every orifice. Your bones will change form. Your jaw will split to allow room for 4 great tentacles. All skin will turn to gore and be shed to reveal new flesh underneath. Then you have ceased to exist, and a mind flayer is born.
That's not going to happen. We will find a cure.
Words forged in steel.
May your actions express the same metal. We must find my kind and be rid of the parasite. It's as simple as that. The first symptoms should have long since started, though. That is what puzzles me.
You're worried we haven't changed? This is good news.
Yes, if you give it no further thought. But anomalies lead to surprises. Bad surprises. Besides, what hasn't happened may yet come to pass.
Right, and now we've left the worst to last. Quick save. At this juncture, I kind of speedrun Gales. If you take all of what is about 20 minutes there so far in of talking to all the other companions, we get to Gale, and him alone can take a while. However, he does have a lot of lore about his history, Baldur's Gate history, and it's really interesting to read through it. I'm not going to do this on this particular playthrough. I've done it on other playthroughs. So what I would suggest here is I'm going to speed run this, and I'll call out the options by number. So it'll be like 1, 2, 4, etc. Note those numbers down, and then when I say it's all done, you can then go through the dialogue yourself and pick the relevant options and read it and go from there. But it does take a while the first time you do through it, but I would strongly recommend that if you haven't spoken to Gale at this juncture about everything, then heavily suggest you do that. With that all chatted aside, let's go and talk to Gale.
How can I help?
1.
Think of it as long as I can assure an eruption the size of
1.
Ah yes, cast and miss as cast too late. The god was the as the an event that came to be known for a
1.
spell. Mistral now try Gale's folly, one might call it.
1.
I will await. I promise. If worst comes to worst,
1.
I know what it is. So long as he sates his appetite elsewhere.
There we go. It's all done. There's more later, and they do get longer. A quick save that. And next thing we're going to do is wander around the camp. There's some loot, so we start next to the campfire. There's you can just about pick up some of Karlak's stuff, like a silver spoon, mug. There's a mug over by the campsite, which is what I was going for initially, but take Karlak's tin plate. And we stand next to Karlak and look at their camp and basically take everything. I always leave Clive there. I don't know why. You can take their Clive if you want, their little teddy bear. Over to this little corner here. We're just going to pop the chair out of the way. Let's stick it over there. It gives us a little bit of better angle. Loot the plans, check the other stack books, nothing. Go down to the crate, nothing in the crate, nothing in the trunk. We'll go walk around this way. There's a nice view there. It's pretty relaxing. Just stand here sometimes and listen to the water. Onward. I turn that torch off. You don't need to if you don't want to. Over to this little camp. Bucket and a bedroll. Over to Gale's little camp. And we just loot everything. It's all junk other than the herb, but we take it all because then we can sell it. And each of these camps there's about 100 of gold or more worth of items, so it's always worth going into the camps and Oh, looking for stuff. That's it, is that done? There's a torch, and that one's got that. So this, right, I move this barrel over here, and this is the junk barrel. Go to Lizelle area. Lizelle's very minimalistic. She hasn't got a lot of things you can take. Over to Asti's area. Take all his stuff. That's it. And then over into this cave area over here, there's some things we can... I think this is like a bedroll, and then it's just mainly candles. I just turn the candles off because I do. There's the bedroll. Finally over to Shutterheart. Shutterheart's got the most expensive stuff. She's got a couple of incense there. That's approximately 30 gold each.
I'll give it a shot.
That's it. And we are done looting the camp. So we do another quick save. Go over and talk to Asti.
Need something?
Oh, we can't ask him to buy us. Okay, not yet. Okay. We are now going to do a long rest, which this is number 3 out of 4 for our achievements. So I think it's number 3 out of 4. I could be wrong. Let's take a long rest anyway. That's 2 out of 4. No, is it 2 out of 4? Yeah, I don't know.
The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good after the Mind Flare ship. You just can't get enough of me, can you?
Karlach, Advocatus Diaboli, the stink of Avernus.
I remember you from the goblin fight at the Grove. What do you want?
The devil's head. And yours. If you so much as...
A great fire roars through you, the fire of the first hell. You are the Blade of Frontiers, racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single-curled horn, blazes with flame, bloodied great axe held high. He chases the fiend, ignited with rancor. She is an infernal war devil, a threat to the living, evil incarnate.
Your ally's a fraud, a soldier in the Archdevil Zariel's army. Either I cut her down, or she burns the Sword Coast to ash.
I've tried to tell you, I am not what you think I am. I'm...
Another vision. Karlach's blade raised, slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. The man shudders with Karlach's desperation. She is a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
By Baldrin's helm, No. I will not be tricked.
You saw the truth. I may be an effective soldier, but I never wanted to serve Zariel. Legged it away from her the first chance I got.
And yet you served.
Alright, before I make this decision, I just want to explain my answer. One, I don't like the Warlock class in Baldur's Gate 3, 5 Ed D&D. This is what Baldur's Gate 3 is based on. I don't like Warlock class. Two, having Will in your party makes the game significantly harder later on. It's significantly harder. If you want to include Will in your party, then I have a separate playthrough, which I have mentioned previously. You go to my YouTube channel, find the Pure Run that features Will profusely, explore his storyline all the way through the game, all the way to the end. So if you're interested in Will as a character, go ahead and watch that one. Number two, if we do not defeat Will here and just turn him away, then every time you do a long rest, it comes up saying somebody wants to talk to you in the camp. Nobody wants to talk to you in the camp. It's Will. He wants to talk to you in the camp, but we don't have him in our camp. That bug has been around since I started doing this since patch 5, and to date it's still not been addressed and or fixed. So the only option we have is to unfortunately defeat Will. I don't like doing this, but you know, as I said, I don't like the Warlock class, and for mentioned reasons. So for me, the option here is number 4. The only one dying tonight is the Blade of Frontiers.
How about we all take a nice deep breath and calm the fuck down? Just because I want to live doesn't mean I want him dead.
It's over, Blade.
Well, Will, I tried.
To the hells with you then, and may you all forever burn.
And we go into combat. So you can see there, Ashley gets Dreader Ambusher above him. This gives him a second attack in the first round of combat, and generically it does a lot more damage. We always use that one first. You target Will, only 60% chance to hit, and there he goes. If you miss that shot, you got another ranged attack you could do, and then you got the other characters to do as well. So now we are going to talk to Karlach first.
Oh, fucking Blade of Frontiers. He's supposed to hunt monsters, not me. Someone wrong-footed him about me. Probably Zariel somehow or other. Now Will's another of her victims.
If that's true, we've made a huge mistake.
I'm afraid so. Maybe he would have listened if we'd reasoned with him a little longer. Maybe we should have just outrun him. I don't know. Hope he'll find the truth now. And peace.
Sorry, it always makes me vulnerable. Emotional. I don't like doing the game this way. Really don't. But the developers have left no options. To keep running your game makes it significantly harder. It just, yeah. We've got some herbs to put in our alchemy pouch from looting the camp, so we'll do that. We've got still. Oh, they're the hats on the right then. Okay. Let's put our supply pack away. I do keep Will's clothing though, his earthly garb. Alright, so let's stick those in there. Open the camp supply bag. Just add the items to wares. It'll take them out automatically. And that's another one that can go in there. And now we go to bed. Make sure you choose one of the supply packs. Make sure you've still got your owlbear egg and your 2 pork loin. Choose a supply pack and we have a full rest. There's an achievement to do 4 long rests in one game. This is number 2 if my memory serves correctly. Find your speak with animals. Cast that on yourself. Look around for Scrat. He'll be around somewhere. Just have a quick chat.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Right. Sometimes you'll have something in his mouth he's found, but not always does he have a question mark above his head to talk to you. Talk to Asti.
Need something?
You can feed on me tonight if you'd like.
My sweet, there is nothing I'd like more. I'll come to you tonight, when you're snugly wrapped in your bedroll, and we can have a little privacy. And this time, I'll make sure I'm quiet. We don't want to disturb your rest. But I will taste you, savor you. Just enough to give me strength, and just enough to leave you wanting more.
And another quick save. And we go straight back to having another long rest. We have to leave the camp first, but we go straight back into camp. And then straight back over to the beds.
The air is heavy. Moisture drips down your forehead. Pain shoots through your fingers.
All of these are personal preference. You can choose whichever one you like. I just choose the first one because it's the easiest one. Wipe the sweat from your brow.
Your hands shake as they reach upward. Your forehead remains drenched no matter how much you wipe.
Chukil Gate Vlakith Mazathok. Can you feel it crawling through you? Tendrils squirming in your chest, gripping your heart, piercing your belly. Your bones popping, your flesh swelling. I can. I see it in you. I feel it in me. We are lost. I will be quick with my blade. First you, then the others. Then, myself.
Your minds intertwine. You sense a touch of uncertainty, a touch of disgust.
Persuasion. We're just exhausted. Lower the blade before you do something foolish. We've got target number of 15, but we do have the advantage here. That's the situational advantage you can see on the screen there, and we've got +7. So we need to roll an 8 on one of the dice. Easily done. If you fail that roll, I would suggest doing a quick save and then re-rolling using an inspiration point, and you'll get there eventually.
I cannot trust my own mind. So it seems I must trust yours. I will wait. But know this. I am watching. If the sickness does not pass come dawn, I will end us all. I came just in time. You are transforming.
I know your voice. I've heard it before.
Yes, you have. I saved you before. And I'm here to save you again. Don't worry. You will not become a mind flayer. Not while I'm around. I'll protect you.
Option 1 or 2, your choice.
We haven't much time, so listen closely. There is great potential within you. It comes from that parasite. Your instinct is to resist the power it gives, but you must accept it, nurture it. I will keep it from consuming you, but for the sake of both of us, you must learn to wield it.
Sorry, I got an itchy nose. There we go, sorted that out.
The fight for the fate of Faerun. A fight we are losing. For now. You can change that, but only if you embrace your potential. I have to go. The enemy is closing in. I will be back. Wake now. You'll feel better. I promise.
There we go. So we are bloodless again from Asti. Asti's happy. Can't speak with animals again. Quickly talk to Scrap before he disappears somewhere.
What's up for discussion?
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Still nothing. Should we climb back down again?
With haste.
Use our amulet to cast lesser restoration on us. We have level 2 long stride now, so we'll save that. There's no other buffs we need to put onto our Tav right now. We do need to buff Karlach. Karlach drinks one of our elixirs of giant strength. We pick up Will. Pop. And go and put him in the junk crate. There we go. And go over to the stash. Open. Where's our water gone? Oh, we've got it on a Karlach. Karlach's got all the water. Okay. Oh, Shadowheart's got a question mark. Going to talk to her in a moment. For now, we use the throw attack, get some water, and throw some water on the blood. There we go, and that's that gone. Later on, we can remove this water, but right now, we'll leave it like that. We don't do anything with Gale, and let's go do a quick save. And we're going to talk to Shadowheart.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Something important.
Well now, I'm intrigued. Do continue.
I can never take for granted how someone might react when they learn I worship Lady Shah. Easier to just keep it a secret than take the risk. But you showed you had an open mind. I'm trying to say, that you've earned my trust in a way very few ever have. I want that to mean something. I want you to know more about me, at least from what I can remember. As long as I've prayed to Lady Shah, I've wished to serve her as a Dark Justiciar. There is scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shah, save perhaps if you become the head of her church. To become a Dark Justiciar is to become the Night Singer's sword arm, her implement with which she will cast down the unbelievers and win the final battle to restore her perfect, endless darkness. It's all I ever wanted. I prayed it was my calling. But Mother forbid me from seeking to prove myself worthy of the rank. She said I was not ready. Not my mother, I should add. The Mother Superior, head of Lady Shah's enclave in Baldur's Gate. Sometimes I wonder if she would ever deem me ready. I owe her everything, and I only wish to serve, yet she can prove inscrutable.
Do you think she'll ever relent and make you a Dark Justiciar?
I don't know. Perhaps if I succeed in my mission and reach Baldur's Gate. Hope has little place amongst Lady Shah's children. It's an illusion, a distraction. But for this, I hope my time will yet come.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. I had a feeling you'd be understanding.
Okay, more approval with Shadowheart. Alright. So now we waypoint to the Goblin camp. Oh, I forgot to do something. Let's go back to camp. Forgot to do something. Sorry about that. Oh, I did not want to do that. That was a mistake. Right. We go into our backpack here, the quest one. And we've got our two Mindflayer parasite specimens. So we pick one up.
This one is a true soul parasite. It can enhance you. You can absorb its potential. Open your mind to it. You already know how.
This is your final chance not to pursue using the parasite and the tadpole powers and following this video guide. If you don't want to do this, then just stop watching this particular series and go and do the pure run. We are now opening our mind to the tadpole.
Your mind swells as it subsumes everything the tadpole has to offer. Everything it was and everything it was destined to be. Pure potential. Pure power.
Good. You have grown your power and improved your chances of survival.
Right, and then we take another one. That should have earned you the achievement, Expand Your Mind, if you didn't already have it. So just pick up the other one, as you can see that just disappears as it gets added. We now have a new menu here, listed powers, and our journal's got some updates. So you can go through these if you want. All I do is just scroll through them just to get rid of all the marks, which then clears it up. But if you want to go through and see which ones we've done, which ones are completed, etc., that's up to you. Pause the video while you do that. I'm going to move on. We've got a new one here called Listed Powers. We're going to go into that. We're going to manage powers, and for Tav, we're going to take Favourable Beginnings. This gives us a bonus on our attack roll ability check for the first time against the target. So we're going to unlock that. Yum. Got 2 poles left, so we're going to leave camp. We've got to talk to Asti.
So, you've indulged. Just helped yourself to a little more power, I see. And there isn't a tentacle to be seen. Not a bad deal, I'd say. My only complaint is that you didn't want to share. I wouldn't mind indulging myself.
I have another in my pack. Take it if you want.
Excellent. I'll have a rummage around and help myself in my own good time. Thank you. Your generosity is appreciated.
So then go to Asti, go in, go back into the elite powers, and we take the same one. We take favourable beginnings with Asti as well. There we go. That leaves us one left. We just back out of that menu. Tav then goes to Longstrider, casts one on herself and one on another group member. Doesn't matter who it is. We have to do a second casting. So we target whoever you didn't cast. There we go. Now everyone's got extra movement. And now we do a save. Save. Change the name. Sorry, I had to move a bit closer. I was too far away from my keyboard. Act 1. Save. 8. Post. Level 4. Post 4. Respec. There we go. Or something that makes sense. As long as you've got the Act 1 save 8 there, that's the most important part. When I release my written guide, all of these saves will marry up so you can see exactly where you are in the guide. Save game. Wait, the save successful, and then we go back into load and just... So, if you look down the bottom there, you've got the controls to delete the save. So I click delete and then I click the button to say yes. I do it so quickly because I'm just used to doing it a ton. Right, now we've done all that lot, we actually go to go and see Grat and trade any last wares plus the stuff we picked up from that person we defeated.
I got stuff.
So let's see. All we're interested in here really is his gold and his greater healing potions. I don't think he has anything else. Some dyes, but I think we've got all of our dyes, so I'm not too bothered about anything he has there. So all I'm going to do is take the 2 greater healing potions. We don't have any rotten food, so we start selling stuff. I'm also not bothered about his gold. Gold, I'll match that though. There we go.
Get moved.
Right. Like we've done before, we then go into the big double brown doors at the back here. Into the heavy oak doors. Okay. Into the shattered sanctum. I'm going to go and find Roa. If you haven't got hand crossbow +1s by now for whatever reason, otherwise you're bored, run out of gold, run out of whatever, Roa has a rare chance of having them as well. What we're here for is scrolls, potions of invisibility, and potions of greater healing. There's no any greater healing potions, so that's a miss. We do have 1 scroll of magic missiles, so we'll take that. She also has a chance to have +1 suitors, but she's done other things like crossbows and a dagger. Sucks. Right. She'll have all the stuff we looted from camp. Oh, that's my shoes. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. We just sell everything. Even if we match her gold value, we just sell any wares that you have left. If you had a very lucky run, you may have more than that, but just sell her all of your wares. Pick up the relevant things. I'm also going to sell one of my scrolls of Revivify because I don't need them. And then we going to sell... Oh, she's got a lot of food there. I'm going to sell some potions as well. Take it down to 20 potions of healing. That's all you need because you've got the potions of greater healing as well. Then we match the gold for gold. Boom, balance it off and take it. Go in here. Take the magic scroll and send it to Gale. Go back down the steps. Head to the center. Do a quick save and talk to True Soul. Gut.
Now here's somebody special. The Absolute has touched you, hasn't she? Priestess Gut needs to touch you too. Hold out your arm so I can mark your flesh.
Why should I let you brand me?
Let's the faithful recognize one another quick sharp. That way nobody'll mess with ya. And it's charged with magic. Ordinary slobs can't see it. Only us that follow the Absolute.
Charged with magic? Perhaps that explains the ease with which these goblins submit to true souls.
You ready? Brace yourself. This'll sting.
Hold out your hand.
Hold still.
As pain muddles your thoughts, your minds become entangled. A familiar sensation. She too carries a parasite. Darkness seems to swallow the temple, leaving you with a vision of the goblin priestess receiving instruction from a handsome young man, one of the chosen. The vision dissolves away. You stand before the goblin priestess in the temple once again.
Sever the connection.
Your minds brush against one another, but are swiftly parted.
Don't want to get intimate in front of the novices. Fair enough. Got some weird shadows in your head. Maybe I could help with that. Us true souls gotta look out for one another.
Leave.
True souls are infected like us. Why do they think they're talking to a god?
Were we meant to turn out like that? Blissful idiots who thought they were talking to their god.
Now we've got to do the same with Gale and choose exactly the same options.
No, Priestess Gut needs to touch. And it's you ready? Brace you. Hold.
As pain darkness, the vision dissolves away. Your minds brush against.
Don't want to get. Maybe I could help with that.
And they are the only two people that need to be branded. Next we go into the camp. As you can see, we're in a different campsite, so once again we have a quick wander around. I start over here at Lae'zel's place, and she's got exactly the same things, so again it's just looting. Talk to Lae'zel.
Danger. No good will come of devouring a gay worm, no matter what you might think.
I'd like you to join me.
You're full up. Dismiss someone first.
Gale could do with the rest.
Ready for battle.
Alright, so we go down to Lae'zel. We instantly cast Astral Knowledge Wisdom. Drink an elixir of Hill Giant Strength. Go to Tav and cast Long Strider level 1 on Lae'zel, and that's Lae'zel buffed. Then move around the area over to Karlaki once again. We loot her camp area. This is another way to get some gold if you have the patience. If you're a tactician or on a road run, utilize the gold from all the campsites. Grab the mug from the... I don't know why there's just a random mug sat by the campsite, but whatever. There's some backpack over here, nothing in it though. Destitute clothing. Nothing else. Into the wooden doors. There's your magic mirror if you want to use that again. Some of theirs with us if you need to speak to him for whatever reason. Rows of books. Shame they're all empty. Books are quite good for gold. We've done those. Over to this little altar here. Take the thing, the plate, hourglass, wine goblet. And to Shadowheart's area. If I remember rightly, there used to be it's gone. There used to be something on top of the statue, but it looks like it's no longer there. Loot Astarian's area. There it is. A slightly in a different place to what I remember. Another incense up there. Finally, we're back round to Gale, whose area we loot also.
More for me.
I wasn't expecting anything to find in there. Oh well, there was. That's good.
What's hiding here?
Anything in this sack? It's not part of Gale's camp, but it's nearby, so and that's it. That's everything looted. So we leave camp, appearing back inside the goblin area, back up to Roa, and we just sell them all the stuff we just picked up from that camp.
Need something?
I'm just going to change back into trade mode because they won't have, their stock would not have refreshed, so it's just a case of being very careful and selling things you need to sell that you've marked for wares. I've got hiccups now. There we go.
Pleasure.
That was I think there's about 160 gold worth of stuff we got there. Just put my gladiatorial shoes back on. Now we go back to the blighted village and we do a quick save.